Hello everyone, it is I've returned once again to do a, not retro, oh look, my little portal, sorry, little retrospective, the talking and whatnot, right? This is, probably closer to 6 hours after my greatest stream of the moment, as I am walking home, just a little talk. I think it's fun to do these. And also, if you're wondering, no, I built none of this. I had someone else build this for me, and by that I mean they built the path towards my home. I did not contribute or was the main cause or pusher for any of this. But I like to think about it that it's a nice road that I can use whenever I want. Um, I don't know. I think there's been a lot on my head recently. Just in general. And that's why I wanted to record today. I just felt like it'd be nice to. At least a little bit, you know? I feel like whenever I do talk on stream, I kind of muddle my thoughts every once in a while. And plus, um, I thought it'd be nice to just chat for a small amount of time. Again, because I have a lot of things to talk about. I think it's weird, right? I'm sorry, that scared me. Because believe it or not, I'm still getting, hey, buddy. Believe it or not, I'm still getting used to being back. Yeah, I guess getting back in the swing of things, and I think that's the issue sometimes with me. That I can do things for a long period of time, get used to it and whatnot. You know, and get it really into a groove of it. And I can also like start new things pretty easily. The issue is if I stop doing something, it's really hard for me to get back into it. I'm not entirely sure why. I feel like sometimes it's almost second nature when I'm doing things. Other times, for some reason, or not other times, but when I do stop something and get back into it, it is very strange to me. As if again, um, as if I've never done it before. It's very weird. Especially if I mastered something or quote unquote mastered. I got really good at something. For some reason, I can't. I don't know. Get back in the swing of things. I think one of the the easiest way to put it is like games, for example. What is that? There was a game recently I was playing, and I was doing really. I'm like, I hadn't played in a while. I should play, and I just have some fun, basically. And I remember playing, and like, I used to be decently good at this game. Playing, and I realized I am really bad. And I really can't understand why I can't get any better. Not in the sense of like, oh, it's because I haven't played in a while. I've been playing like periodically still. But for some reason, I really can't get. Again, I'm making mistakes I normally shouldn't make, and whatnot, right? But as I was saying, I'm making mistakes in things like I never would in the past. I don't know. It's weird. I guess that's the simplest way to put it. Kind of metaphorical, but not exactly. I don't know. It's very strange. Getting it back into the streaming stuff has been kind of, not difficult, but kind of strange to me. And I feel like I'm doing a lot. I feel like because I had a lot of plans before I left. A bunch of other stuff as well. Like, again, I was planning leprosy again. Which also, I think I mentioned it before, is currently shelved, because I just, it takes, I have everything ready. Everything's planned and whatnot, but again, it's one of those things where unfortunately things got in the way, and again, slightly poor planning, mostly due to things happening in the way they did, right? I don't know. It's interesting to me how things go. I don't know, but because I had a bunch of other things planned, I wanted to do a lot of things. I was very happy. And it's not to say I'm not happy currently. I'm me, right? In that sense. I'm still very much hopeful and joyous, I guess is the best way to put it. But I don't know how to explain it without sounding like overly melodramatic in essence, right? That's mine. I have such a mess of a chest, give me a moment. Actually, boat comes with me. That goes in there. But I'm not sure. It's weird, because I don't know. I feel like I should do more. Because I wanted to also make a lot more videos as well before I left, but I didn't have the chance, and that's mostly my fault. I should have listened to a certain someone that I know about doing it a bit more. But of course, that's past and this is now. I think I was also stressing myself out before I left for my trip. I think I'm kind of dealing with that now, I guess, the aftermath of stress. So I feel a little complacent, but I also don't want to be. So I'm trying not to be. I'm still planning things, I'm still doing things in the background like I normally do, but I'm worried about them, I guess. I don't know. So for some reason it doesn't let me want to fully commit to, again, how we've done things before, you know, like very much like, oh, we'll almost tongue-in-cheek it, you know? We'll figure it out even if it doesn't work. But you know, that's what I mean. That is like literally what I mean. It's the fact that I don't know, I really just can't get back into it. Not in like, you know, oh, like it's so hard. It's just like I don't know. I feel not just demotivated, which is close though. That was before I left and a little bit after I came back. But not yeah, no, before I left. Um kind of? I don't know how to explain it. But I don't know. I'm having fun recently. That's I think something that's helped me put a lot of things in perspective is that I'm having fun again. Just in general, streaming's always been kind of fun, but it's like a different type of fun to me, I guess. But it's because I've been more social recently. I've been talking to people, enjoying people's presence. Again, people stuff is complicated to me. I try to understand it, and sometimes I feel like I get close, but I fail in some critical points. I think that's just currently what I'm feeling currently. That's currently what I'm feeling. I don't know if that makes any sense or not, but I don't know. I think I'm just not burnt out yet. That'll take a little bit longer for me to be burnt out. I don't know. It's a weird feeling that I'm currently feeling, I think. And do not worry, I'm not willing to give up oh so yet either. It's not one of those issues. Maybe I should do more, maybe I should do less. Who knows really of what we should do. Or I should do, I guess. That way, don't. I don't like playing Minecraft. I feel like a fool every time. There we go. Every time I try a new recipe, I'm like, it should be this, right? And sometimes it isn't. Perfect. I think Nia showed me that one. I think something that's actually prevented me from burning out is the fact that recently I've been talking to a lot more people. I guess they are to thank to that. You know, that I really haven't burned out. I don't know. It's weird 'cause I was motivated before I talked to them, but in essence they've also remotivated me a little bit. I threw something away. They've also remotivated me a bit about it, which was I think an accident, in all honesty. I don't know. I'm excited again. I want to do more. That's why the whole revamp was happening. And now I'll be honest with you, we are 4 to 6 months like late to doing it because I was meant to do it so many different times, and then so many different things got in the way, which was unfortunate. Technically, right? Oh, and it sucks that it happened this way. But technically, Leprosy was meant to be like an announcement stream as well. You know, it's like, oh, you know, here's all this. Oh, I fell. Oh, here's all this new stuff. You know, it's gonna be cool. You know, it's a little taste of what is to come. Like you don't know how it's gonna be, X, Y, and Z. And then Leprosy just didn't happen, which again is no one's fault. If anything, it's more or less my fault for planning it so interesting. For planning it so loosely, I guess to put it. But still, I don't know. It's an interesting thought. Also, ignore the organization in my chest. There is none. In there. There you are. I don't know. And I think because a lot of my plans got derailed, especially currently. I don't know. I keep saying I don't know. I think it's kind of like put me in a weird state when it comes to like figuring things out and how I want things to go moving forward. Alright? If that makes any sense to you. Let me know. Yeah, I don't know. It's made me feel very, very weird about things and how I should do things or how I should want to do things as well. And whether I'm doing things in the way I should be. about doing more or less. I don't know. I think currently, though, I'm back on track, right, for what I want to do. And I do have to thank a little bit of Soren for that. They're helping me with a couple things, so I'm grateful to them. I may link their channel in the description. We'll see if I remember this part of the video or not. And if they do, say, hello, Soren, hello, thank you for watching. Reprimand me if I forget to put any, forget to link you as a friend, you know, friend thing to do. But yeah. I feel like I'm very emotionally conflicted recently as well. And there's reason, I know the reason for that, right? Which I will not get into in this little video. Because one, it's personal. Two, I don't know. I guess it's personal. And it's one of those things where I like to keep things separate. Because I feel like if they get intermingled too much, it becomes very messy. It doesn't become as important, I guess. You know? I'm starving again. But yeah, I don't know. Emotional stuff is weird to me. I've been trying to understand it more. I think I'm just conflicted about a bunch of other things that I want to not be conflicted about. And I've also been busy with other stuff as well. And I've been busying myself as well, which I think you may never see, but we'll see. It's like another thing with other people. There's Yorn over there, as I can see the beam from all the way over here. But yeah. I don't know. I'm working on things. I truly am. I'm actually listening to the things I've been told and advice I've been given. And I do hope things go well. It's just, I don't know, very conflicted and worried. I guess I'm being pessimistic for once, rather than optimistic. But there is still hope in my thoughts and what I'm doing. Because I wouldn't do things if I didn't have any hope in them. That's kind of the point of the matter to me. If I'd have no hope, then there's no point for me to even try to do anything or try to continue moving in the way. If I didn't have hope, I probably would have stopped doing all this stuff like a year ago. When, again, my original crisis happened, which is fine. It's weird. The sad part as well is, like, today I was gonna record something and then I recorded it for like 10, maybe 20 minutes. And then I checked, like, okay, recording didn't go well. I was recording, or not recording before that. I was like fixing audio stuff, and like, oh, something's wrong, which I don't know if it was my mic as well. Looks also my mic is now wrong again. I kind of fixed it. I don't know if it's all the way fixed, but it's somewhat fixed. But I figured something out with it, and I'm like, okay, there we go. And I was doing test recordings and whatnot, you know. And in the end, in the true end, I forgot to push the recording button, and then I wasted probably 30 minutes of my life. But think of it this way. When I do make that video proper, some good reactions, I guess. I don't know. Also, I think I want to remake it in a way. I have an idea, but it'll take time. That's the unfortunate thing, time. Everything I do takes time, and that kind of sucks. Because I want to make something quality. I want to make something that looks cool, you know? But also something that isn't just like chopped and put together really roughly. Because I don't think that's going to do well in general, but also because I think you deserve slightly better than that. I'm not going to make you slop, in essence, right? I'll be like, I'll think about it for a long time, but I won't like just give you slop and just like, you know, here's your daily slop, enjoy yourself. You know, best of luck, you know. Surprisingly, I give a shit. Sorry for swearing, but it's true. It's true. It's very true. I do care to some extent. And like I said before, there's a lot of stuff that's in the background that it's still not implemented currently. That I want to wait till everything's done. Also, I'm not going down the traditional route when it comes to this stuff. Because normally you do little pose, you know, a little teasing everyone. So I've teased it for a while. Small thing. What is that? That's the tree I have. Small things, but it's also one of those things where It's technically not because like, oh, I'm being a mastermind in planning and marketing. It's because again, I've just needed to use the things I have. Again, my plans have been put in the back burner so many times because again, it's gonna sound dumb, but I unfortunately recently I've been caring a lot more about other things, specifically against people. They're just, I should probably put my effort into maintaining, relationships, friendships, the whatnot, right? So that's been kind of on the back burner. hmm Like I literally, again, I started making postcards again for people I like, and that's been going pretty well. Also, like when you zoom in, by the way, at a certain point because it's so far away, it just like decides not to render it properly, which is my favorite part. So everything becomes like a Play-Doh or almost there you go, or like Legos or somewhat. I don't know. I think it's just a funny thing I like to think about. But no, I'm getting help with Soren for a few things, which again I will shout them out because I think they're very helpful and I do care for them enough to not just screw them over. It's like, yeah, no, I did this all myself. I'll be taking the credit. But the sad thing is, I think Soren would just let me do that and just let me live a facade or a lie. But I don't think I'll do that to them because they're my friend. I think they'd also be really fucked up. hmm I'm kind of happy that I got invited to this. I haven't been on in a while, by the way. This server, I mean, I've been busy with other things as well as I guess just life in general. I made this. I think this is literally the last thing I made, which is a little like watchtower almost, which which I like a lot. It took some time to make, but it's very nice. And then I didn't make anything else because I hadn't been on like I think a week or two. Because again, I got busy with other things. Again, I'm also talking to more people, which is taking so much more of my energy. But I'm actually happy to give that energy away. I think I have an issue when it comes to prioritizing things. Sometimes I feel like it all juggles too much. But it's neither here nor there. I'll be honest. A lot of this is just random ranting from your very you're very ooh, you're very what's the word? What is the word actually? You're very neighborhood VTuber, which is funny because I didn't put on my my model today. I'm just ranting, which I think is fine. I don't usually put on my was it my model for like these types of little videos, so I think it'll be okay. A little tradition, I guess. Also, I keep moving around really quickly because I have high sensitivity. I don't like sitting around too much. Excuse the chair. Even in recording, it's still. I need to oil it or I need to fix it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I will figure out an issue so you don't hear it on streams often. hmm Like I said before, I like to consider myself a very hopeful person. Um, but recently, I think there's a couple things where I almost lost hope. I like to almost challenge myself in the sense, right? Like if I have something I believe in, I'll have like in my mind, I'll like, okay, I should challenge that for myself. And again, if I challenge it and I immediately fail or like I can't defend myself in my own mind, then maybe it's not a great thing to not a great thing to what is the word to stand by, right? So usually I will always challenge what I'm believing or what I'm thinking or I should do, so I can like understand. Okay, this is something I do want to do. I can justify it, I guess. Recently I think a bit of it is kind of gone. Also, it's almost dead silent. I'm nearly certain there's game sound. Let me actually check. Sorry, to break the ambiance. I have just there's just no okay, cool. There's just no sound waiting. I also have like a lot of things very low, so that could be it. The sun is rising. And like I said, it's almost atmospheric, but that's fine. It'll come back at some point. I think it's just one of those silent Minecraft moments, which is fine. It'll come in full swing at some point. But what was I talking about? Oh yeah. And again, while I'm challenging myself in my mind, um, it'll cause me to again think and whatnot, especially like or consider new things, right? Which is healthy, I think. And I don't know, I almost lost hope in something, but I feel like there it is. There's the music. I think now, right, as I've really thought about it, I don't think I will lose hope in it. I think most people may call me dumb for that fact. It is a bit of a hopeless thing. If I were to put it on pen and paper, it's almost completely hopeless. But I don't know. I think I enjoy it for that fact. Not because it's like, oh, it's a endless war, but no, because I find beauty in it and having hope in something that may not end well. Because at the very least, I can do things to make it at least a little better. You know. Putting a bandage on a bleeding heart is still doing something. Little by little. And eventually, with enough bandages, you can stop the bleeding. But I can understand. I can inherently understand that some people would rather a quick solution or a all-powerful solution. But I think I struggled in trying to achieve things like that, which I think is my own fault. But I think I'm getting better. But at least a bandage can do something. Because I'd rather do something small than nothing at all. I'll continue to have hope. Because that's just who I am. Even if it's dumb or whatever, I'm going to enjoy myself for as long as I can. Look at all the seaweed over there. Is that my boat? No, it's just a... I don't know what that is, actually. Like I said, I've met a lot of cool people, a lot of interesting people within the last while. And weirdly enough, I think that makes me happy. It's been a while since I've talked to new people, and I always enjoy talking. I don't know. I'm trying not to isolate myself as well, because that just ends bad in general, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I think that's where I am at the moment. I'm more hopeful than ever, and I really do think things will work out for me, as long as I keep trying. And you will notice there's going to be a lot more videos as well, popping up sooner than later. As well as, again, like I said, I want to try multi-streaming to grow myself a little bigger. Because if I can do this properly, I will do this for as long as I can. And again, you get more content, you can enjoy me more. Again, I can actually enjoy doing it together. And again, it'd be cool if I did get popular, you know? If I was, you know, one of the big VTubers. F5, there we go. I was, this is a bad luck. Taking this off earlier. Ignore this. If I was one of the bigger VTubers, you know, I think that'd be very nice. Very enjoyable to some extent. Ooh, I can go through the glass. Hopefully we will do this for a while, okay? I probably will record a couple more things that you won't see ever, but you know, it'll be nice. Okay, I'm gonna go. Hopefully you did enjoy this little talk of ours. And hopefully we'll have another soon. But for now, I'll say bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye.